Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander. And today we have another episode in our Spoiler Spotlight series in which I talk about, well, spoilers and tell you what my thoughts are on them. But before that, just a quick reminder to click subscribe if you enjoy my videos. We're well on our way to 1 million subscribers and your support means everything to me. And today we're going to be talking about the card Virtue of Persistence from Wilds of Eldraine. For 5 colorless and 2 black, it's an enchantment that says, at the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. But it also has an adventure part to it, which is Locthwain's Scorn. For 1 colorless and 1 black, it's a sorcery adventure that says target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn, you gain 2 life. So similar to the red one of this cycle that we talked about previously, this is another really excellent Virtue card. The main part, the enchantment, is very reminiscent of Debtor's Knell, which was a card that previously could only be played in Orzhov decks. Now it can be played in any black deck. It is a card that has not been as good as it once was in Commander. It's certainly a little bit weaker with how optimized and fast Commander decks can be these days. You can't always take time off to play a 7 mana enchantment that just doesn't do anything immediately and accrues you very slow value over the course of a game. So if that was all this card did, it would be decent, but it wouldn't really merit talking about in a video. However, the front part of the card is what I think makes it very good. Usually when you play those big do-nothing enchantments or those big dirtily cards, you're kind of sacrificing a slot in your deck to do so. A slot that could be used for something else like card draw, ramp, removal, etc. And that's where this card really shines, because the sorcery part is actually removal. It can get to kill a creature and you can gain 2 life, meaning that this is never going to be a completely dead card. You can always use it early on if it's in your hand to deal with an early problem. I think that's very important, and it makes this card very flexible, good if drawn early and good if drawn late. Getting 2 life is a decent bonus as well. In certain decks, if you have any kind of life gain synergy, this can actually be pretty useful and relevant. -3/-3 is big enough to kill most early creatures. It's a little bit overcosted for what it does, but the fact that it's a very flexible card definitely adds points to it. There is something that you do have to be careful about with this card, and that's that the adventure section targets. So do be careful with that, because if you cast this and the target gets removed, so this spell fizzles, you will no longer exile it with adventure, and that means that you won't be able to play the enchantment part of the card. So do keep that in mind. Only go for it when the coast is clear and things are pretty safe. I don't think people are gonna go out of their way to make this fizzle, seeing as the enchantment is not that insane, but it is something to keep in mind and to be careful. If they have sack outlets, for example, you might want to hold off on using this. So with all of that being said, I think this is an excellent card that is going to do a lot of work as a finisher in decks, particularly if your meta is very slow. Do keep in mind as well that the enchantment can steal creatures from any graveyard and not only your own, so you are going to be getting the best creature in any graveyard turn after turn after turn. If they don't remove this soon, it's going to get out of hand and certainly is going to win you some games. It will be at its best in reanimation decks or decks that want to fill up the graveyard with big creatures, or also in decks that intend on stealing creatures from your opponent's graveyard. In all of those, this is going to be an excellent card to play. So there you have it. Those have been my thoughts on this new spoiler. What do you think about this card? Please let me know in the comment section below. I read all comments and respond to all of them too. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, take care. Woo!